Little pony. Ah.
Psych you out in the end. I know, you know. I know, you know. I know, you know. I know,
you know. Fandom, or fanatic domain. What used to be a bunch of geeks and nerds dressed up as superheroes, band members, or comic and TV show characters is now looked at as a unique subculture in society. The first fandom, Harry Potter. Harry Potter hit the scene and kids were lined up for hours to buy the new books. And when the books stopped or there was a lull between them, fans sought to create their own works of fiction involving their favorite characters. Fan fictions brought around the first examples of shipping, or a strong desire that two characters be in a canonic or non-canonic romantic relationship. For Harry Potter, the most famous ship would have to be Harry and Malfoy, canonic enemies, but lovers in hundreds of online fan fictions. But Harry and Malfoy aren't the only characters to get their fan fictions. Harry and even Voldemort have their own too.
Harry tried hard not to moan as Voldemort stroked him. How is it possible that the touch of this evil man could feel so wickedly good?
You have the fandom who, they write fanfic, they do fan art, they have role-playing blogs dedicated to it. They try to go to a whole bunch of shows, they've got a whole bunch of the band t-shirts, they go to a lot of the games, whatever it is, they are just really a part of the entire experience of being a fan, which is what I think is really interesting and really different about belonging to a fandom.
We're a certain crowd that we're not haters. We just have a mass love of this art form that I think is just underappreciated.
Why the surge of popularity into fandoms? In the recent decade, super fandoms have emerged, sometimes involving one or more fandoms. Example, the Super Wholocks, fans of Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock. Or fans are involved in multiple fandoms.
So Homestuck is a really big fandom that I'm a part of. The Emily Autumn fandom, which we are known as Playgrats. I am definitely a part of that fandom. I really like Supernatural, which is another fandom that I'm a part of. We'll just stop there. There's a lot more I could name, but let's stop with 3.
I'm mostly in the Homestuck fandom. That is the one that I'm most active in. I guess to some degree I'm in a couple other fandoms, but Homestuck is definitely the fandom that I'm in.
What's more, fandoms give the former geeks and nerds a place to feel included and be the hotshots in their groups of friends. Fans get together with shared interests and bond over those interests.
Being in a fandom means that you've got basically a little family.
It's really nice to, when you're watching something and something happens with the character and you're like, that was just the best, that was the perfect characterization for that character, and you're with people and they're like, I don't see it, and you're like, well, fine. So then you go on Tumblr and there's a whole plethora of people who are like, I know, I saw it too, and did you see the way he looked at him? It's because he loves him, and there's just all of these feelings, and you get to geek out over things that most people are like, yeah, whatever, but it's because you spend so much time with it, then there's a new appreciation for it, I think.
Each person in a fandom is equal. It's a place for the outcasts to be, and a safe space for hundreds. Fandoms spread far and wide and never turn away new members. And the dressing up stays the same.
I have to admit, I am now officially a 110% full-on brony.
I am a Doctor Who fan.
I am a Homestuck.
I am a Playgrat.
I am a psycho.